The presentation you're about to see is a compilation, and it's my new direction, or renewed. It's focusing on the body, breath, embodiment, being in the now, and essentially accepting the facts of life, the cards you've been dealt, and then playing the best hand you can. So grab a cuppa, take it easy, and enjoy.
Healing and self-rejuvenating and replenishing again, and create a biofield that is chemically balanced and that is nurturing and supporting a healing and strong immune environment. And people just need to learn how to do that. And that's what, that's what the beauty of our world right now is kind of bringing to us. More people are leaning in and listening to, how can I be strong and how can I be healthy no matter what's going on in the world and no matter what new bug is going to show up next year and so forth. And this is what we're here to awaken to. We're here to realize there's much more going on here than we might have ever realized. We have much more empowerment to do something about our health and vitality than perhaps we were ever raised knowing.
And we were just raised in a different environment for that. And so we have to unlearn, we have to undo the patterns, we have to recognize and rewrite the stories of our lives and what it is that we're telling ourselves.
And so embodiment became a focus of mine. It developed itself. It just kind of birthed itself as a realization that in order for me to tap these realms that I had shot up into, just opened up into, in order for me to have access on a regular basis, it required not efforts of this enlightenment, as you're speaking of it, but really more focus on embodiment, grounding myself, coming into the body, coming into the wisdom energies, coming into the having frequencies rather than the wanting frequencies, and coming into the loving presence rather than the trying, efforting, seeking channels. And so landing in the body in more ways is how I started interpreting. I started sensing that, wow, I'm actually more here, and that's what allows me to be there, and there becomes here when I do that. So it started to change my perception. In the midst of that, I started having these openings. Conversation for the basement.
Giving all of our power to our mind and assuming that it's going to make the right decisions. When the mind learns to serve the soul, when we start to sit as the soul and we train the mind to serve us instead of us being at the effects of it, everything changes. The mind is designed to be in service to the soulful self. And when the mind is in service, it's not thinking and it's not believing. It's not being those repetitive habits and patterns. It's not allowing that to be the driving force in our life, no matter how unlimiting those beliefs are. The mind is supposed to kick it into neutral and pay attention to what's going on inside. Because every moment that we're being dictated by our beliefs, we're not tending to what's going on in the deep core center of your being. Because that deep core center of you is always evolving, and you can't update your beliefs fast enough to keep up with it if you're living from the seat of the believing machine. We have to drop in to another version of you. And I know that it takes time to wrap your mind around this and how does it work and how do I get there? That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. But we do start noticing these sensations in the body. It will start to allow you to do two things. You'll start to recognize, oh, I have been identified as the mind and it's thinking negative thoughts and I've got a lump in my throat or a knot in my stomach because of it. And there's one. And then number two, the other thing it's going to do is start to build a better relationship between the mind and the body. Because when the mind and the body start working together, they're more. The body is illuminated and magnified by its revealing of the language of the soul. And when the mind is on it, it does that magnifying. The right use of the mind is to magnify things. Whatever we focus the magnifying glass on, that's what gets enhanced. And if we're focusing our mind on going after our limiting beliefs and trying to change them, we're still at the end of the day sitting in the seat of the mind. And so we have to sit in the seat of the true essential soulful self. And when we do, we start to recognize that the mind is getting to change its role. It has to change its whole job description. It has to be in service to something greater than itself, not just decide to improve itself and create a better personality, but to pause for a moment and realize there's a whole game changer here. I could drop in and be the soulful self that has a mind. And when the mind is in its proper service to the soul, it automatically thinks more positively. It thinks in terms of infinite quantum reality. It thinks in terms of creatorship, not survivorship, because it finally feels like it found its true purpose. It finally feels like it's aligned with something greater than itself. And that's what it wants to do. Instead of it being in service to its own beliefs, let it be in service to the real you, the soulful self. Let it be in service to the real you, the soulful self, and the soulful self, and the when the mind and the body start connecting more often, more regularly, it builds a nest. It builds a vibrational vessel, truly, this body that we can begin to feel inside and sense our truth and what is inherently meant to be revealing in our lives. We can come upon a flow that allows us to choose in alignment with our true integrity.
I think it's important to enjoy yourself. And I'm looking out at a beautiful rain. There are people sitting in their cars waiting for the worst of it to go by. I have this beautiful bridge of plants that I look through. I see these beautiful trees. I see this beautiful sky.
And so we start breathing more deeply, because when we are not breathing deeply, we are suppressing this very beauty and wisdom that I'm speaking about. So when you breathe deeply, you're allowing it, you're inviting it, you're animating it, you're enriching it, and you're bringing it forward in such a way that it has the life that it came here to have. And as that is happening, it unlocks energy in your system, vitality in your system, life force in your system that is second to none. It's tapping into the power that gives you the courage to step into anything, to step into your dreams, to step into what you know this life could feel like by you first. You first. And we were just raised in a different environment for that. And so we have to unlearn, we have to undo the patterns, we have to recognize and rewrite the stories of our lives and what it is that we're telling ourselves. So right now, everyone just take a breath up from the earth, right up into your belly. As if, like, how do I do that? Just make it up. As if you're breathing up from the center of the earth, or the love of Mother Nature, or the stability that terra firma has given you, without your mind deciding what it means. Just breathe up from Mother Nature as if her heart is like giving you a hands up here to just say, I've got you. You know, this is it. You're part of me. You're part of nature. You're not apart from nature. You are that animated. You're the presence of the divine, for goodness sakes. Take a breath. Take a breath and let it be true. So let's breathe up into our belly. And breathe up into your upper lobes of your lungs. Keep going, keep breathing, and stretch open that solar plexus in between that gets so contracted and so tight when you get so worried and so consumed with fear and doubt and judgment and all those, misused qualities. And inhale even bigger than your physical body. And then exhale in every direction, just in front of you, behind you, to the left, to the right, above, below. Just let it all go. Because what you're doing is building a bigger version of yourself. The invisible anatomy is actually going to start to animate when you start paying attention to it like this. So let's take a breath from all around you, like this giant sphere around you. Draw all of that juice, that life force right into your body, right into your belly. Breathe it in and keep breathing into the upper lobes of your lungs and stretch open the solar plexus in between. Soften it. It's so rigid and so tight because you're overthinking all the time. Just breathe it and stretch it open. Inhale bigger than your physical body. And then exhale in every direction. And then inhale again from every direction, right into your belly, in that deep core wisdom center where your gut feelings and your deep knowing rise from, this beautiful divine feminine energy that pulls yourself back together again. Inhale into your upper lobes of your lungs where that power, that passion exists. And then stretch open the space in between so that your love and your power and your passion and your ability to manifest all become one thing instead of different compartments of you. Inhale bigger than your physical body because you are bigger than your physical body. And then exhale in every direction to this giant sphere of energy around you. And then let's inhale again. Let's do it once more. Inhale from this sphere around you with all this beautiful nature and possibility and the infinite, field of unity, the quantum reality. Breathe it into your belly. Infinite possibility. I'm more than I thought I was just a moment ago. Breathe into your belly and breathe into your upper lobes of your lungs and stretch open your solar plexus and inhale bigger than the body because you are. You're bigger than this physical world and all of the things that it's tossing your direction. And exhale in every direction. Infuse yourself into the world. Send your love out into the world. And then breathe back from the quantum field. You don't need to receive love. You're made of it. Breathe possibility in from everywhere, right into the core of your being, because love sits there. And it's waiting for you to breathe it awake. Right? Just keep breathing like that all day long today. Watch what happens. Things change. When you finally exhale after 2 or 3 or 4 rounds of that, exhale right back down into the earth again. Just like give it back to Mother Earth, like appreciation and gratitude. Be grateful for this amazing opportunity that we have here to discover ourselves as creator, to discover ourselves as that beautiful source energy that we are made of, and to have the props in this playground and to be able to awaken to using them in the way that we are meant to be utilizing them. All we have to do is come home to the greatest power on earth, which is us, truly, in a greater love than we've ever allowed to flow through us. A reality, a version of us that surrenders the mind onto this greater love, this deep heart space, and breathe some life into it. And when we do, we recognize that we're connected to all that is. There's no separation. There's no reason to compare or to compete or to control or to condemn. There's no reason for any of that. It's a waste of this precious life that we are here to live. And as we immerse